What's up, guys and girls? Troy here with the InnerGeekZone.com, and today we're going to play some Neverwinter. This is beta from this past weekend, and we are going to be playing on a Trickster Rogue. This is the first time I've played the Trickster Rogue, so we're going to run through some of the starting areas and take a look at some of the things that Neverwinter has to offer. Some of these areas don't have a lot of voice acting in the quest givers yet. Some of the later areas have some of that. Doesn't look like this guy's going to talk, so we'll just skip through this and not make you read text. Later on, if we get to some of the areas that do have some voice acting, we'll stop and let you take a listen at that. As you can see, we've got a nice little trail of flowers that kind of show us which direction we're supposed to be going for our quests. We can turn that on and off. Just by pressing Z, that'll turn that off. Well, we're going to leave it on for now. I've done this a couple times, so I know where I'm going, but I just like having my hand held. What can I say? Little cutscene, kind of showing us where we're going, what's going on. I'm going to show off a couple of little mini bosses we're going to fight. Pretty scary stuff. Alright, so right now we've only got one ability on the Trickster Rogue, and that is the Sly Flourish. It's basically bound to our left mouse button. And as you can see, it's a bit of action combat. You kind of walk up and you have to have things targeted in your reticle there. And then we can, if we ever get there, we're so slow, we can button smash some enemies to death. Combat feels really fluid for this game. Everything has been a really smooth experience so far. The game's run fairly well over the course of the beta weekend. I've only had just a couple of crashes, and I think I was actually messing with fraps or doing something else that most likely caused the crash. As you can see, we're doing quite a bit of damage early on. Not surprisingly, the Rogue does more damage than the Guardian Fighter did. When I ran through here on him, he was actually the most fun I'd had, and I was actually kind of avoiding the Rogue. There's only 3 classes available to play this weekend. The Devoted Cleric, the Guardian Fighter, and the Trickster Rogue. And I typically avoid the stereotypical Rogue class to play. But actually, the first time I ran through on this, it was pretty fun. So I only killed the first few enemies. I was like, well, since it's enjoyable, let's go back and record. So we're going to be taking out these 2 little mini bosses for the first time. So we're going to see how that goes. Things are dying pretty quickly. We got a lot of undead enemies here we're taking out. We've unlocked a second ability there. We'll show off here in just a second when we get up to the boss. There she is. Alright, our right mouse button. You can see we've got charges of daggers. We can hold down the right mouse button to throw those. Up to 12 right now. I don't know if that increases or not. We'll have to look at that. But as you can see, whenever we're done using that attack, it slowly charges itself back up. I'll use the mouse to point to it there. And it'll slowly build itself back up to 12. That's a pretty unique little class mechanic there. Picking up loot along the way. Oh, cutscene, the Harbinger. We're going to fight this big dude. Looks like we've got some ads to take out first. Throw some daggers. And then stab some skeletons with daggers, because in video game world that's effective. Right, so we got a new ability to our Q. This is an encounter ability. That's going to be Dazing Strike. Gives us a chance to daze or stun our foes. We'll save that for the big boss man. Again, all the combat feels really fluid. It's really a nice experience to play the game. Everything so far has been pretty smooth. The Guardian Fighter can be a little clunky at times, but overall it's been a great experience. Alright, we can double, well, if I not fail miserably, we can double tap to dodge, like that. You can see we've got like a stamina bar, so we've got to wait for that to fill back up. We're to be able to dodge again. Oh, just in time that time. All right, let's use the Q, do the little stun, and take him out. We are level 4. And as you can see, we picked up a daily ability. Press 1 to use Bloodbath. And you can see the D20 shaped area here is slowly filling up as we kill things. When that gets full, we'll be able to activate our daily ability. See, this one is flash around the battlefield, jumping from target to target. As you pass through an enemy, they are slowed and are open to combat advantage. So video game wise, it's hard to give somebody just a one-use ability and say, oh, that's the only time you can actually use it today. So what they do instead is the energy there you have to fill up by killing things. Action points are what they're called there. And so you can't just spam that ability, and it's not just on a regular cooldown. You actually have to do things that affect how quickly you can reuse that, such as kill enemies. So with the little tutorial zone behind us, we're into town now. Take a look around. As you can tell, graphically there's nothing just absolute cutting edge going on here, but it's not a bad looking game either. Especially the areas around the city here. It's pretty awesome. Character models are a little meh, but I mean, at the end of the day, a fun game will more than make up for that. There's nothing wrong with the character models. As I said, they're not just, you know, cutting edge. Let's see if this guy's going to talk. He is not. Alright. And he's going to give us a new quest. You can hear a little bit of talking in the background, but obviously that didn't come from this guy. Let's see. Objective: interrogate a thief named Honor. A thief named Honor. No irony in that whatsoever. As you can see, we've got our little trail here showing us which way to go. And as we head along the way, we'll take a look at the area we're in and pick up any other quests that we just happen to run by. This is going to be an altar. I think you actually have to pick up the quest to be able to, yeah, available at level 7. You can come once every so often and pray at the altar and get bonuses and buffs and such. Here's another quest guy here. As you can tell, there's quite a few players actually running around, but even without players, there's enough NPCs walking around the town to really make it feel alive. So it constantly feels like there's the hustle and bustle of a large city. This guy wants us to collect ale, brandy, and sweetmeats at the market. That we can do. Now here again, you can turn off the path that shows you where to go if you want to. Especially in dungeons, you don't necessarily want to just follow the little path because you're going to miss quite a bit. There's a few little offshoots to explore and find different things and fight different monsters in dungeons. And if you're just following the little path, you're going to miss it. But just to get around town and do the little quests around town, which are, you know, pretty much introductory quests that kind of show you around, we'll just leave that up. Welcome to the Seven Sons Custom Market. Go in and check stuff out. We're going to go in and just take crap without paying for it. And nobody seems to care. Well, in that case, we will just keep on taking stuff. Take it. Should be one more. Sweetmeats. And then deliver these supplies to the Driftwood Tavern. And then after we do that, we will go to the ruined tunnels, and that's our first little sort of instance that you can run solo or with a group, however you want to do it. Making our way through town. Lots of stuff to see. I was going to say, I think we just ran by the mounts. Let's stop and take a look at those. some of the different mounts they're showing off here. And later on we can get quests to get a mount. This one I hear is pretty awesome. I'm always a fan of the fiery horse. No matter what game it is. If you've got a flaming horse, I'm down. Oh, make our way back to this guy. Typical MMO questing for the most part. You walk up into NPCs, you get a quest, and then you go do something, and then you come back to either that quest giver or the next one to turn it in. It feels a little different just because of the feel of the overall game. Just kind of running around this town and stuff feels a little different than a lot of MMOs. The world definitely feels very alive. So it's been quite a bit of fun to run around so far and do quests and just kind of level up. This game kind of began its life being developed as like a single player experience and kind of got turned into an MMO, but they've done a really smooth job. You don't really feel a lot of issues with that. You don't feel like, oh, this was a single player game and they just forced an MMO feel into it. It's a really good feeling game. Alright, so these guys wanted to surprise us. These are the ones, some of the people we helped at the bridge, I guess. So they threw us a little surprise party. More typical MMO stuff though, we save the day and then we spend the next hour and a half running around doing menial tasks. Then we proceed to go kill a giant dragon and save the world and then spend the next expansion doing menial tasks. It's the world we live in. You get used to it, I guess. Alright, let's dive into this instance. Kill some more stuff. Get some fat loots, unlock some abilities. Let's check our inventory real quick. We've got a dagger that we can equip. Here's the character panel. 11 to 14, 11 to 14. So let's take one of those and put the better one in to our main hand there. Got a little chest there that we can't unlock yet. As you can see, we've got power trees. You've got the daily power trees. At level 8, we'll unlock our next daily power. The encounter powers, which are the ones that typically have cooldowns. And then a lot of our at will, which is our right and left mouse buttons. As you can see, this is the one that's got the charges that build back up. And then the other one's the one we can pretty much spam. And we'll get upgrades to that at level 8. Sly Flourish will get its first upgrade, and Cloud of Steel will get an upgrade at 12. You can just kind of see the progression. And you can go on down the tree and see different abilities, Paragon powers, all sorts of nifty things. Class abilities, we've got Stealth, not available yet, obviously, and Sneak Attack, not available yet either. And here's just some of our general. The shift allows us to dodge, or you can just double tap to dodge. So, I mean, you can either just shift and dodge. It's not acting right in the little hallway there. It's kind of messing with the animation, but we'll go to chopping dudes up with our new fancy dagger. Here's the campfires. Your health does not regenerate automatically in the game. You either have to consume potions, have a healer in your group that's healing you, or stop by one of these campfires. As you can see, our health just filled back up. And those aren't like everywhere. So you're going to be chugging a lot of potions in this game unless you've got a healer with you. So be prepared to loot any healing potions you run across and be ready to use them. Right now we're just pretty much running up and left clicking to attack. Gonna search this crate, see if there's anything good in it. Yeah, all kinds of good stuff. Simple leather, just take all. And we'll continue on our way, kill some more bad guys. One thing I'm missing right now is the Guardian Fighter had a gap closer. She kind of lunges at a target. Let's stun this guy. I suppose I could lead in with by throwing some daggers, but the gold that some of these folks are dropping lands in some really weird places. I've had to jump up on shelves and sides of walls to collect the copper that they're dropping. Copper, gold, money. You get the point. All right, right here you'll see when they drop the red circle, we need to get out. Especially as a rogue, we're going to be pretty squishy. The rogue has the dodge avoidance. The guardian fighter just had a shield block, which kind of resisted attacks like that. And some of the other big boss mobs that have big physical attacks, they usually have a good indicator too. So you can see that they're getting ready to drop something on you. You need to either evade or block, depending on what you're playing. And people just running at us from everywhere. There we go. Wouldn't let us out of combat, so we couldn't get into the box. We found us some Trickster Rogue boots, but we're going to have to be level 6 before we can use them, so we'll just go ahead and snatch them up. And we are into an area now where our quest objective is. That's what that little wall of light indicated. And I am taking an absolute beating. A little stun on. I've got my daily ability, but the big boss is pretty much dead already, so there's not a whole lot of sense in blowing that. Loot, loot, loot. Alright, we found a note. So now we need to loot the treasure chest. There's another dagger. Boom, level 5. And we have acquired our second encounter power. Let's see what that is. You can also see over here there's a nice little pop-up that shows you what's new every time you level up, if you get some new abilities and stuff. Looks like our level up box we can unlock now. And our new encounter power, which is bait and switch. By pressing E, jump backwards, dropping a decoy in your place. Any enemies that are near the decoy will attack it instead of you. That's going to be awful freaking convenient. And get some potions, some potions, and some scrolls of identification out of our lockbox. Sometimes you pick up loot that needs to be identified. So let's daggers. That one needs to go down here, and we'll put the better one in our main hand. I don't know if that actually makes a difference or not in this game. I'm assuming it does. Most of the time it does. Our rogue boots we still can't use, and some other equipment we picked up for other classes that we can just sell. So we're going to push the wrong button. Well, you can see what the decoy looks like though. I put my hand down wrong on the W, A, S, and D keys. Also, you always want to explore around in a dungeon, because depending on which race and or class you are, you'll have certain things you can loot in dungeons. Right here you can see it requires dungeoneering skill to interact, so we can't actually pick that up, but my guardian fighter could when he came through. So you always want to look around. Like I said, don't always just stick with the path, the little hand-holding path that's before you when you're in dungeons, because you might just miss something cool. Alright, talk to Grace Rathburn near the Seven Sons Custer Market. And we are running through town. Plenty of people in this beta that's had a lot of good press, a lot of people saying good things about this game. I'm definitely one of them. This game definitely caught me by surprise. Not that I was really... Not that I just had like a preconceived notion that it was just going to be bad, but I didn't think I was going to have this much fun playing it. And it has been a lot of fun. Enough so that I didn't really want to get off of my Guardian Fighter to come make a Trickster Rogue video, but I needed something to show you from level 1 for, you know, the first few levels of the game, kind of how everything progresses and how you unlock powers and stuff. So I created a new character, and we started from level 1. As soon as this is over, I'll probably jump back on my Guardian fighter, and we'll look at some, not that I'm like extremely high level, but some higher level stuff. We're a couple of zones in on him. Let's run one more instance on the rogue here. Oh, here's a campfire zone. Just in case you're not full health, you can always come heal up. This is also going to serve as a respawn point if we die. I don't think I've died yet in this game, which is a bit of a surprise. There's a trap. Traps are common hazards. We can press F to disarm, I'm assuming, since we are a rogue. And this guy wants us to recover 12 scrolls while we're down here in the sewer. Okay, buddy, we can... Well, there's one right here. Just... Really? You could just reach over there and grab that? We'll take it. Alright, the flowery path says go that way. We're going to go kill these guys, though. So we've got a stun, we've got a decoy, and we've got a big-time daily power. If we need it. There's another scroll, there's some loot, there's some monies. Come on, take the scroll. Thank you. Picking up all of our money. Can't leave the money. Definitely a little squishy, but I mean, we are a rogue and a half-naked chick at that, so I suppose that's to be expected. There again, the path says go that way. Ooh, there's some money. We're going to go down here just to make sure there's not anything cool. Doesn't look like there is. So we'll continue following the path. Oh, and all these range dudes are going to melt my face. I don't have enough. I'll probably take out one or two there. And get one. Hopefully, yes, the rest of them will aggro. Come around the corner. Come to me. They don't want to come to me. Oh, that one does. He'll die. Oh, I can't move. There we go. Got stuck in a weird spot on the wall. Alright, anybody else? There's some more down there. With the non-regenerating health, you always have to play the game of not just drinking potions just because you've got a little bit of health missing, but also making sure you've got enough health that you're not going to get insta-gibbed by something. Let's use a daily power just to see it. Boom, yeah. That was pretty much boss mode. But yeah, you definitely need to manage your potions. I haven't had a shortage of potions yet. I mean, they're dropping at a fairly decent rate. And I believe I saw a vendor somewhere that also sold some, so. You can always buy more if you need them. Activating the lever to open the gate. Now this looks... Yes, that is a trap. I was going to say, there's one on one side of the pillar and not one on the other side. I'm going to guess that it's probably a trap. Ow! I disarmed you. Take the scroll. Go get the money. Just, well, instead of disarming it, I guess we'll just stand on it because that seems like the intelligent thing to do. Press F to disarm the trap. There's another one. I don't think we're getting like any bonus XP for this, so I guess we could just go around them. We'll disarm this one because I'm an idiot and I'll probably step on that one even though I know it's there. let's go ahead and fill up there. Alright, up our decoy for one guy, and we'll take on the other one. Oh my goodness! Wow, he hurts so bad. That dude absolutely wrecked me. How long does that last? Ah, okay. It's just about done. Alright. Chest in the middle of the room. Let's loot that. And that guy's gonna laugh at us. Oh, because there are giant spiders. Where? Oh, there. Let's drop the decoy. Yeah, just absolutely getting wrecked. Rogues definitely not meant to be taking much damage. Collect our money. We're supposed to be going, well, that says go that way. And I'm just going to walk over traps too. That's locked, so let's go in the room where the spiders were. See if there's anything in there. Oh, there's a lever. Oh, and a big spider. Go ahead and wreck my face. We're going to stun you, and we're going to dodge out of your circle. Oh! Lots of little spiders. Alright. Unable to perform. I assume we're stuck in combat right now. So let's go loot the chest first. Some leather armor. We'll take that. And now we can do the lever. And we're going to chug another health potion. And let's see. Also requires level 6. We can't use that. What else did we? We had boots that we can't use till level 6. We've got our 2 better daggers equipped. Here's another dagger we can't use till level 7. So we'll put all that down there so we'll remember, hopefully, to equip our upgraded items when we are the appropriate level. And I'm just going to keep walking over traps because I'm looking at other stuff. I was watching my Twitter feed come across my screen as I was running over to the gate, so that's my story and I'm sticking to it. Let's kill these dudes. Here's a campfire, so I just wasted a couple of potions there again. You never know when a campfire is going to be right around the corner, so just because you got some health missing doesn't mean you should just automatically check pots. And we're going to dagger some of these guys down a little bit. And then we'll take them out. Oh, money. We got it, looks like. And here's another scroll. I haven't missed any of the scrolls. Let's Q for the stun. Now let's E for the decoy because got a feeling this is about to start hurting. Very nice, very nice. Took less of a beating that time. All this gear I can't quite use yet. Here's a lever. Let's activate that. And see if there's anything else in here. Some more bad guys we can take out. Let's take these scrolls. That finished it up, didn't it? Daily power. And stun. And E. And drink a health potion. Alright, he's down. And then we need to just finish mopping up. Good job, decoy, good job. Loot these items we can't actually use. Oh. Alright, he died before that went off. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to kill him in time or not. Alright, here is the satchel we're looking for. Take all. Take. Anything else in here? Some eggs. Like a nest. Alright, the only thing we've got left to do, it looks like, is retrieve Grace's jewelry from the kobolds. And there's a hurler. Let's dagger. Alright, you need to die. Oh, get out of that. I'm pretty sure that would be nasty for our little rogue. Oh, woo, boy, just barely got enough energy to be able to dodge, didn't we? Alright, let's Q stun. As soon as he gets unstunned, we'll use our decoy. And he can shoot it while we finish him off. Getting better at this rogue thing. That wasn't too terrible. Alright, scrolls we don't need, so let's open the chest. And there's Grace's jewelry. Hooray! And here's our big reward for finishing the dungeon. Another dagger. That we can't use yet. And exit the instance. And turn in to this guy. This is the Scrolls quest. Complete quest. Quest complete. Finder's fee. And then we move on to Grace. Grace, we have your jewelry. You're very welcome, dear. And this should give us a level. So we can equip some of the stuff we have. Press P to open the power window where all of your powers are displayed. We've done that a couple times. These are the powers. We didn't get anything new at level 6. Our next thing will come at level 7. And then again at level 8. So now we can equip some armor upgrades. As you can see, it's underneath the equipment, it'll recommend one or the other. Obviously, what we're hovering over now is better, so it's recommended. We equip it. Doesn't necessarily always mean, if you're trying to do something in particular with a build or some equipment, they may not always be the case, but for the most part, it's been pretty spot on. That looks pretty similar to what we're wearing. And this dagger we can actually use to level 7. This is a level 6 dagger, 25 power, 3 critical strike. Yes, please. Whoops. Character, 19 power, 14 power, 5 to 19 damage. This is 22 to 26 damage. So we'll move that down. We'll move this one out and go ahead and equip that one. So lots of nice upgrades. And as you can see right at this moment, we don't have a quest. It's because this chick is going to give us another one. Alright. Well, we're going to stop this video right here. We will probably, if the beta stays open long enough, we'll pick up with some more Trickster Rogue after I shoot some Guardian fighter footage. Overall, the fun factor is definitely probably about a 9. With the Rogue, you've definitely got to play avoidance. You've definitely got to stay out of big hitting abilities from the NPCs to help keep yourself alive and chug potions. And you've got to play, carefully. You can't just go balls in. Even at these early levels, you can see I took quite a bit of damage if I wasn't playing properly and getting out of the way. So overall, for the Rogue, a lot of fun. Neverwinter is definitely the surprise of this year for me so far. I know it's still early on in the year, but this is the first game in a while that's kind of caught me by surprise with how much fun it is. So we're going to take some more looks at that, and we will be back with other videos. So stay tuned for those, and thanks very much for watching.